Hey guys, this is your main man Big Hawk here, and today we are going to go over submitting cards to BGS.
This is Big Hawk.
And Little Colt.
Let's get our game on.
Let's go!
Hey guys, this is Big Hawk holding it down this video, and really quick is submitting cards to BGS. With PSA boosting up their prices and everything like that, we really have to find some different options as far as getting these cards graded and everything like that. As you can see in the bottom, that's why we're gonna go with BGS. See what their turnaround times are. I mean, we did it mid-August and we got it back in January, February. So about 6 to 7 months or something like that. So we're gonna go with their standard service, hoping that we can get it back before the season. Now, I did do some calculations. So what I figured out with BGS, so the standard on their website is saying five plus months. So I'm gonna say about 6 to 7 months, because everybody's probably gonna go the same route as far as going with BGS and sending their cards in so they can get them back for the season. So if it takes 6 months, we could get it back in week 1. Week 1 last year was 9-10, and if it takes 7 months, then we can get it back at week 5, which was 10-10 last year. Let's get into the cards, because I know that's what you guys really want to see, and see what we're gonna send in. So let's jump down to these cards. Let's see, do you want to go to the cards first, or do we want to do Yeah, we'll do the cards first, and then we'll go over the form and what everything looks like for BGS. So we got a handy sheet right here, what I'm gonna look off of for the sheet and everything like that. So the first card that we got is this one right here. Just got it in the mail today, actually. It is a Devante Parker Prism. So this card set either comes with him running, so that's gonna be your standard Prism. This is gonna be your short print variation. And obviously you can see it's a prism on the back side. As far as like the card quality and everything like that, I mean, if you look at it on screen, everything looks pretty solid. There is like a little mark here and here. As far as like surface scratches and everything like that, which you typically would get with Prism card, this one has probably about, what did I write down? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, maybe about 5 to 6 little nicks, little scratches, maybe less than a ½ inch or something like that. So hopefully they'll be gracious with their grading and everything like that. We did have a DeAndre Hopkins that had like a little bit of scratching right there. We did have a Odell Beckham, 2 of them that had a little bit of surface damage that was very visible. They got 9, so I'm hoping for a 9 for this one. The next one that we're gonna go over, let's see, I'm trying to get all this stuff in frame, guys, so you guys can see it. Let me go back over this one, but this Devante Parker right here, this one has a pop of PSA pop 1 of 10, so that's it. I believe the running one only has maybe like 3 or 4. But let's get back to this AJ Brown. This AJ Brown right here is going to be your select. As you can tell right here is a Prism field level, so it's going to be the top tier card for that set, outside of, you know, like the color variations or serial number cards or anything like that. So main reason I want to get this one, because AJ Brown is definitely really a good prospect receiver. I think he's one of the top ones besides him and Metcalf out of that class for the 2019. So that's definitely a card worth getting. I also seen a BGS 9.5, or is it PSA 10 sell for $255. So I definitely think this one's going to get a PSA 9 if we were going to go that route. So I'm really hoping that BGS will help us out and give us a 9.5. Only imperfections I found on the card were we got 2 little dimples right there and 1 little small mark right there. Everything else looked pretty good. Centering looked pretty good. 100% left to right is a 60-40, so it's right in that threshold. So it should be within the 9 or 9.5 range. And let's see, AJ Brown. Did I write a pop on that one? The pop on that AJ Brown, 25 total PSAs, 8 9s, and 17 10s. So that's super low pop on that card. Another reason why AJ Brown and DK Metcalf's Prisms are going for so much, if you look at the contenders, they hardly have any autos. I think I've seen about 5 or 6 autos on eBay. So with them not having auto cards, definitely people are going to gravitate towards the Prisms. Something to think about. So this next one that we have here is going to be one of the jewels that I found towards the end of the season after the Browns got knocked off. This is going to be a Baker Mayfield, and as you can see on the card right there, the little variations. Make sure you check out our Instagram page too, guys, because I do post a little bit better pictures with the glare and everything. It's kind of hard to see. And this one's going to be numbered out of 50 right there. This is going to be called a magnetic fur for this one. So it's really clean card. Only issue that we have is maybe this back corner right there is a little soft. Besides that, it's a really solid card. I'm really hoping this one gets a 9.5 as well. If I had to say between these two cards, which one is going to get a 9.5, which one's going to get a 9, I would think this one get a 9.5 and this one will probably get a 9. So that's kind of where we're going to fall on this one. Let's see what the pop report on this one is. Let's see. We got Baker Mayfield, pop of 1. And it sold for $259 and it was a PSA 10. So if we can get a 9 out of this one, or that might have been just a wind chime. I can't remember if it was a wind chime or if it was a magnetic fur. It sold for $250. I'm hoping, we get a 9.5 on this one and, pull maybe a few $100s out of this. They get hot during the season and they make another playoff run. This one right here is going to be a great Gabriel Davis. Man, I was really trying to get some of his cards towards the end of the season because he had some really epic catches. I'm thinking, what if Diggs goes down? What if they start double teaming Diggs? Who's going to be the next person stepping up? I know the slot receiver is coming back. He's going to be able to make some plays. I believe they released is it Jaylen Brown or something Brown? I can't remember his first name, but I believe they released him, so he'll at least be a number 2 or number 3 receiver. The Bills definitely get a running back in the draft. I think they will make a real big playoff push. I think the Dolphins are going to definitely challenge them as well. If they get a running back as well, I think they'll be challenging a lot of people. But back to this card. This one's a pretty solid card. Considering left to right's good. Top to bottom, I think it might be 60-40. Edges look good. I didn't see any surface damage or anything like that, so I'm thinking this one should get a 9.5, or possibly they may sneak me into a 10 or something like that. I know this card may not go for $1 million or anything like that, but actually I'm hoping that the Bills will return their performance from last year, and with their performance last year, they'll be able to make a push and this card will go up as well. The next one is going to be the guy that's going to be passing him the ball is going to be Josh Allen. Josh Allen has had a breakout year. You can see with this one. This one's just going to be your base. What prompted me to look at the Player of the Day cards are when I started seeing the next day auto sell for basketball, which are super popular and they sell for a lot of money, typically for the autos because they're going to be the first autos that hit the market. So I was thinking, what other base cards in football could people gravitate towards that don't have a high population? So I was able to find these rookie player of the days, which are definitely cards you can grab for maybe like under $10 or anything like that, and send them in, get them graded if you're definitely a fan of the person, versus going the Prism route. Prism is definitely a cool card to get. It's hard to find cards that are really centered and don't have a whole bunch of surface scratches, so that's what you have to run across when you're getting Prism cards. But this one, that's Josh Allen, has a pop of 3, 2 9s and 1 10. This next one right here is going to be a Fuchsia Select 2014 Aaron Donald. This Aaron Donald card, I remember picking it up towards the middle of the season or something like that. I seen Select is definitely popular. It's making a big splash because of the limited print runs and everything like that. And I was able to snipe this one. This one's out of 199, 100 out of 199. Man, I wish I would have got 99. That would be kind of cool because it would have been his jersey number. But anyways, this is definitely a cool card. Only issue I have is like a little dimple or a little surface scratch right there. So I'm thinking this is gonna get a 9.5. Really kind of interested with this BGS to see how all the cards are gonna grade out. What is really a 9.5? Sometimes you may get a 10, a PSA and everything like that, but the gray area between a 9.5 and a 10 is definitely gonna be interesting to see. Now if I send these cards in and like this one, I know it'd probably just get a straight up 9 on PSA. No cap or anything like that. But I know if I can send this in the BGS and I get a 9.5 on that, If I know it's not going to get a 10, then I can send it to BGS to get a 9.5, which is going to sell typically a little bit more than a straight up 9 from PSA. Even though PSA has a lot more clout, their population system is a lot more easier to look up. The cards are a lot more easier to look up as well. So, but the last one that we have is a Parris Campbell. This is psychedelic, which is 3 out of 5, everything like that. This is a card like when we were first getting back into cards, and I just wanted something very low numbered. I mean, Spectra was definitely a card brand that we wanted to open up when we first got into cards and everything, but you know, as far as like price level, I mean, it's, man, through the roof. So I was able to get this one. I knew he's a pretty decent rookie. Had he not got hurt this year, I think his cards would have exploded. I know I was looking at some other cards right before he got hurt. I'm glad I didn't get him because you know, they kind of take a nosedive and everything like that. But I'm prepping for this year because I think they're going to make a good playoff run. Hopefully Pennsylvania really make some big plays for them. I mean, they got Pittman, which you've seen some of our cards that we sent in with Pittman. I believe we had a Prism and a Prism Silver, and we have a Scope. Hopefully those get a 9 or 10 when they come back. We sent those through PC Sports Cards before everything locked up. So hopefully they get through. We'll get those before the season starts and try to make a little bit of bread and get some more cards that we can add to our PC. The last part I wanted to go over as far as like when you're entering BGS and everything like that. So what you're going to do is just log in, create a login, everything like that. Select what sport it is, football, baseball, basketball, whatever the sport may be. And then you're going to input the brand title. So if it's Prism, then it'll be Panini Prism. If it's going to be Select, you would think you'd put Panini Select, but you just put straight up Select. Put the player's name. Press the search button. After you hit the search button and everything like that, then you just have to scroll through and find the player that you want, card number, and the variation, and if it's silver, base, or whatever the case may be. So that's definitely a way to look up the cards. After you find the one that you want, you just hit the radio button, then hit add card, and then it'll tabulate what your total is going to be as far as like what service you selected and what shipping you selected. Another thing, talking about the shipping and everything like that, I did a little bit more research on it for you guys so I can share in the video on the research right here. So if you can see the shipping and everything like that, so ground FedEx is going to be 3 to 7 days, and Express Saver is going to be 3 days. Now you can see the price difference is only $4 difference to get a guaranteed 3 days, so we went ahead and did that route. I was leaning towards the ground portion, but I'm thinking, you know, man, that's possibly a week, or you know, 4 days or 5 business days, so that could be potentially a week if they don't deliver on Saturday. So you know, we're really crunching to try to get these cards in and everything before the season jumps off. So that's definitely the reason that we went with that route. Information I can think of. That's pretty much for the BGS grading and everything like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We're gonna ship it out, what is today? Tomorrow. We're gonna ship it out Tuesday. It should end up at the final location in Texas, probably Thursday. And hopefully, you know, they'll receive it in. Shipping and insurance was probably $28, $24, something like that. So that's something to throw into the price. Usually what we do is just calculate the total price divided by the cards, and you can kind of just figure out how much it is to get those cards graded. What we came up with the 7 cards and the shipping that we selected, I believe it's like $35 a card opposed to $25 a card, which is kind of expensive for PSA, you know, starting out and everything. But you know, with the times and the levels, and as far as getting cards back, this would probably be the best option. I know SGC, a lot of people are going there, and I forgot the other one that everybody's doing, the digital one. That's definitely one too. They get it pushed through very fast, and it's cost effective as well. So those are definitely some options that you guys can research and everything. But we decided to go the BGS route. To be honest with you guys, I mean, I really like these cases. They're really sturdy. We didn't do the subgrades. If we were doing a PC card that I was really into and I knew it was probably going to grade really well, I'd probably pay the extra, how much is it? I think it's an extra $20 for subgrades. But these cases are really sturdy, and I really like them. So these are 2 cards that we picked up this year. Obviously, Keenan Allen and Odell Beckham, which we were definitely fans of. Just something to think about, guys. You know, hopefully these BGS slabs come in and we can share them with you guys. Let us know what you think about our PSA submission video. We're here to share tips with you guys as far as like how to do the grading and everything like that. So, you know, your experience will be a lot more pleasant and let us make the mistakes and help you guys out. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you uppercut that like button and hit that subscribe button. Peace.